making that infinite entity the root of our existence, and relying on that exclusively. That's the general meaning of Ishvara Pranidhana. And the more particular meaning is Ishvara Pranidhana actually means meditation. Meditation. So we close our eyes to fall back onto something within, the infinite within. So the process of doing that is part of Ishvara Pranidhana, because we have to do something. Otherwise, we have to realize the infinite within us. To just say, I will rely on the infinite, I rely on the Creator, is not enough. It may be enough for a time when we have no challenge. But when we are experiencing challenges in life, when we are very much under pressure of circumstances, then we look for a quick fix. So in order to cultivate, in order to really root ourselves, actually in order to really return to our own roots, we need to cultivate ourselves. We need to practice something, and that practice that establishes us in Ishvara Pranidhana on a permanent basis. Every moment of our life is meditation, and that's why that meditation is also called Ishvara Pranidhana. So we close our eyes, we withdraw, we detach ourselves from the external world. We become independent of everything which is in the external world, and we withdraw and we go inwards to move, to flow towards that entity who is at the root of our existence. We do that with the use of a mantra. We do that through the intensity of our feeling, of our ideation. So when we meditate, it's not enough to close our eyes and repeat the mantra. We go deep inside through the intensity of our own feeling, of what we call our ideation. That is known also as Ishvara Pranidhana, because it leads us to having a practical realization of what the state of Ishvara Pranidhana is like. Ishvara Pranidhana, or meditation, rather meditation that leads to a more expanded sense of Ishvara Pranidhana, is done usually by the person alone. The person does meditation alone. But I would like to say that it is also important. It's also an important aspect of growth, of spiritual growth, to meditate with others on a regular basis. To practice Ishvara Pranidhana collectively is very important for a spiritual aspirant. Today we had our group meditation. And group meditation, if everyone realizes their social responsibility, spiritual and social responsibility, then everyone really tries to concentrate very deeply on their practice of meditation while doing meditation collectively. If everybody does that with that type of awareness of social and spiritual awareness, then the vibration that is generated collectively by many minds meditating on the same idea becomes strengthened, becomes a synergistic force, and that force helps the individuals and the collectivity to solve personal and social problems. So Ishvara Pranidhana has these two aspects, the individual and even the collective. We are here placed, we have been placed on this earth, not really because we deliberately chose to come, though perhaps we might dare say that the desire to come must have been there, but we have been placed for some purpose, for some reason, by some force, by someone. And it helps us move towards our destiny if we are able to streamline the many various trends of our mind that keep our existence in a state of scatteredness. If you're able to streamline them and focus them and lead them towards one single principle, then we begin to understand what our life is about and how we should conduct ourselves in order to enhance it. This is the spirit of Jama Niyama. There are many aspects of the 10 principles, of the 5 principles of Jama and the 5 of Niyama that I did not touch on because it would have taken a long time and perhaps it was not necessary. I wanted to give you perhaps a distilled form of the essence of the spirit of these principles, and if you would like to learn more about them, then I would invite you to read the book A Guide to Human Conduct by Shivshananda Murti. It's a book published by Ananda Marga Publications, and you will find the 10 principles detailed, that's explained in detail. So, as I said, the most important thing is not to pass our time somehow being tossed by some emotion or some tendency of mind, being moved or motivated sometimes by fear, sometimes by attachment, sometimes by hope, sometimes by goodwill, but to always maintain our mind in a state of harmony because we are aligned with the principles that govern the universe. Human beings are the only ones that have a choice to not be aligned. And we know what it means to be not aligned. And yet it is for us to discover what it means to be completely aligned. And Jama Niyama is a first step towards that. Namaskar.